Grand final.
Yeah, against Liquid, who took down Cloud9 a little bit earlier in the day. So we'll get this one underway. And a quick banana surge right now from 4 players. The smoke towards CT spawn. HooXi is going to take contact first, and he dips back in time.
Ooh, there's 3 people inside, though. They're going to be powering through. Dooley's up on top. Lot of bullets down here. Nico, he'll pick up the first kill to start Inferno with, but a swift return. Cybu's there, and he's hunting for it, looking for the kill on Nico, and he's finally going to be able to get it. HooXi is very low on health, practically dead already. It's going to be Magisk, but it could have been anyone to find him at the end. So a 2-on-2 rather swiftly. And that bomb is not planted yet. Already JKS, I like this very slim angle to try and just take a bit of a look, and he finds the headshot onto Cybu as well. That's beautiful. Magisk on his own, and he's stolen the USP. He can win this, but they're smartly waiting for him to pick up the bomb. He's going to try and creep a little bit forward. Has to be swift with it, and Hunter will take him down. G2, they probably needed to win this round.
Yeah, just to get some confidence back, right? Start believing. Exercise is trying to fire them up. Want to lift the energy. I imagine that was a conversation. I think that the communication in that first map must have been a little bit off, right? Because they didn't seem like they had a very good idea on the CT side, G2, of Mirage, what they even wanted to do. They were being dictated throughout. But this is good for HooXi to get the double up, and even for JKS to get a nice kill here. They were down the bottom of the scoreboard for G2 in map 1. But if you look at it, nobody popped off for G2 whatsoever, right? We need to see the big names start to whir into action here. But without the plant, Vitality are going to take a light investment. Some upgraded pistols, sure. No armor behind it, no util behind it. They're just looking to find G2 over-peaking, overstepping the mark. And even if they can't find some kills, I think a key in this situation is waiting out all that CT utility, right? Allowing them to deploy the smokes, the mollies, the flashes, force them to reinvest, right?
But very obviously a Mirage. Cyber was showing what he was all about, and there was nobody on the G2 side that was willing to take up that fight and really win it. They just could not do it. And obviously Spinx right there with him. So they had an incredible spearhead to crush G2 with. And we didn't even mention it on the map. We said we know that they have the depth in the roster to be able to fight somebody like Cyber. Of course they do, but we just did not see it. That has to be something that we're going to be watching on this Inferno map, no doubt.
Yeah, I think it's easy to call out the bottom of the scoreboard, but when you have players like Nico, Modesty, Hunter, who we want to be showing up time and time again, we need them here to go toe-to-toe if we want this to go the distance and deliver the semi-final that everybody signed up for on their Saturday night. We're up mid, and it's about to get a bit biffy towards long.
Molotov might be a little bit late. If they just clean peek Hunter, then oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, Molotov is there, but he's already dead. That is one hell of a peek.
Got lots of room here. Pressure on JKS towards pit now.
Yeah, let's see how much they can get behind it. Only about 28 seconds left. They're already getting flanked down through middle, so yeah, got shot in the back. The bomb is on the ground. This is a great opening, but I don't think it'll work for Vitality. They just don't really have the space for it here. And they're going to get wiped out. Spinx the last to go down. I love this flank really fast down the bottom of Banana. I mean, the opening was there, but it wasn't enough.
If I'm Vitality, I'm happy with that. I know the bomb didn't go down, but a couple of kills forced out the reinvestments. Now some Famis's will still be in play, whereas they'll have the AK-47s to work with now. And I was quickly scrubbing through some of the demos of Vitality on Inferno. The last time they played it was back in the group stages, which was weeks and weeks ago for them at this point. And the last time they played it was against Na'Vi. And one of the keys I noted was the way that they were trying to establish banana control. They weren't doing it with just like mollies. They were also throwing a defensive smoke up towards the half wall, exactly like this, right? So that is a T smoke deployed at the half wall. You can see it on the radar. So this is the way that they want to garner this banana control. So we'll have to keep tabs on that. This is the key quadrant of the map.
Even following it up with a bit of a Molotov in case someone's trying to push through. So eventually G2 are going to kind of give up on that a little bit. 2 people on the B bomb site, 3 over at A, but with quite a forward lead towards middle, so they get some information on that CT side.
Well, that's the thing. If they smoke it, you have 2 choices on the CT side. You can either completely respect it, or you can try and push through it. But they're going to get that banana control if they just wait out that smoke and continue to molly behind the car position. You can't sit there. And behind that smoke, unless you're spamming them or forcing them back with spam of your own, they can molly towards sandbags, molly towards the mouth of banana, nade you out of position. And that's why I think we'll see G2 have to play a little bit more mid-heavy so they can at least retain brackets control.
Talk to me about these 2 nades that HooXi has left. Well, now just the one. About 50 seconds of the clock, he's got 1 smoke, and this is clearly going to be a B hit.
He might want to start lobbing some util out now just to soften up a bit of damage. We'll stall them. They're coming through.
Oh, yeah, they're trying HooXi, though. The smoke actually a little bit early, but it was absolutely perfect. He's out of bullets, though. And he's going to keep going. Oh, it's a beautiful defense. An ace to close out the round with. That's going to get G2 fired up.
Ah, HooXi's loving the moment right there. Why not? Xtar's not believing it. That was a beautiful little sequence. Even JKS with a smile on his face. That is a gun round. He just stole the gun round out single-handedly here. Nico was along for the ride. Thanks. Give me your FAMAS. I'll take all the bullets. It's HooXi's world and no one's getting into B.
Check it out. He drops the one, picks up the other one. Absolute Giga Champ.
Oh,
no.
dear. Here's the reaction. He loved that one. He loved it. If that's going to get the team fired up, if HooXi's getting an ace, Anders, I think they might be able to center themselves now.
Yes, no doubt. You have to imagine that the rest of the team is going to be feeling that. 3-0 in favor of G2. Fourth round coming up here. No bomb plant, obviously, in that one. So they're going to be back to some deagles and a scout. Man, I feel like we deserve a battle here. Someone's going to be facing Liquid, and we want to find the best team possible for it.
I would consider it pretty disrespectful if I was G2 after the showings that they've had on Inferno and then Vitality pick it. Are you really taking this to a map that we do some of our best work on? All right, let's show you what you got. And I think here, one of the factors for G2 is not running out of gas, because we know they started extremely well on Mirage. 7-3 start. Oh, that's a nice tag. Bullets back in response, but Nico's the one on the softened up end of that. He's going to have to drop back, and the rotation point for him is quite far away. So there are some wobbles here for G2. Monacy's going to address this. He's going to come back with the AWP. Fortunately enough, there's no smokes, so they won't be able to smoke CT or coffins.
I mean, I think it's a really alpha move for Vitality if it works.
Oh, for sure.
But if it doesn't work, it's going to look a little bit silly, perhaps, and maybe something that they will regret down the line. 25 seconds here. Trying to boost up. Oh, this is so cool. What a headshot to bring down Monacy. Nico, he's low on health, but he's hitting some bangers of his own. Double kill, and they try to walk across here, but so low on health already. 10 seconds about on the clock, and a nice find. HooXi there to take down Apex. This should be enough to secure the retake. Although that AWP on Cyber never... Ooh, nice find. Hunter coming in and clearing out without anyone else even showing up. That's nice. They actually avoid all the danger, because if he could have made his way back into the bomb site and found a little bit more safety back there, I mean, it's Cyber, you never know.
It was Zywo and Spinx, so that could have been extremely dangerous right there. But I think Vitality, at least if I was in their position, got more than they were worth in this round. That was fantastic from Zywo with that opener onto Monacy. Fantastic. The fact Nico gets 2 kills there is good work for him on that low HP. HooXi tries to slow them down here, but it's Hunter to seal the deal. Now, the plan here for Vitality, that's fantastic. Heaps of cash to work with, a full buy and even residual cash on several players. So that round, with all the damage and the plants, that's more than they were looking for. And look at this, 4 players starting heavy beat. Going to put a lot of pressure on JKS early if Vitality decide to break the levy and just push on through. But they're likely just going to leave a reservoir of utility here for HooXi and Nico to work with.
That really is a lot of people to begin with. But yeah, if Vitality would have tried to rush it down somehow, really brought the fight, yeah, they would have had an infinite amount of people there to fight right back with.
And when we spoke about the smoke, now this time round, it's a different smoke that's been thrown out for Vitality to get control. They just dissipated right in front of Zywo, who gets bowled over. Great work from HooXi. Now just gets one back in exchange. Nico needs to consider his re-peak here, and does. Rotation from Monacy again. So similar scenes to the previous.
He'll jump up there. That's a nice quick peek to look over the sandbags. Monacy's walking out in front. If he dies, the bomb site could just fall behind it almost. Nico there to try and assist him, and a nice find. Apex again with that slightly erratic counter-strike. It'd be very, very hard to stop. And a 3-on-4 favoring Vitality.
You like that from Apex there, right? Not too many players are willing to surge around the corner like that, but he understands the situation. And now, swiftly back up towards A. They have smokes. They can smoke to Moto, long side, into pit if they'd like. They can even molly and push JKS out of position, who's now trying to tuck into the site alongside of Hunter. But it's definitely going to be A.
When stuck like this, one good Molotov inside of the bomb site, and they're in a little bit of trouble. Smoke up to allow them to cross in about 27 seconds. Hunter sees the first target, swings wide for it, but Magisk will take him down. Do they realize JKS is still? I think they do now, but it's too late. No backup can come. Apex with another good headshot. And obviously Nico going to be running away with the AWP. So first round is on the board for Vitality. That's just a really well-called round.
Yeah, I think right there, Monacy's had a couple of these unfortunate peaks. That one there, and then the previous where he got caught off guard by Zywo on the boost with the Deagle. So He hasn't been able to find the timings he's looking for. On the other side, Vitality being able to find them perfectly. Now, you have to address the loss bonus situation being bottom of the barrel here for G2. So as we reflect on the cash, you can see it on the left-hand side of your screen, everybody. I'm on you add 1,400 smackaroos, how much money you see everybody having right now. Nico can drop the AWP to m0NESY. There should be a M4 available for him here. And it should be a pretty tiny looking buy, but this kill from Apex, it means an awful lot. It softens up the B-bomb site. It makes this A-bomb site a lot more of a juicier morsel because they're either going to play 2B, 1A, or even 2A, and you know that you can trade efficiently onto the site, which is exactly what they did.
Talk to me a little bit about HooXi's ADR at this point in time, Chad.
I don't think we've ever seen anything quite like it, Anders. This is the best early game HooXi performance maybe ever.
Before the round switch, he had 212.
Okay, well, he's
all the way down.
Giga, Chad. I don't expect him to hold on to this.
Probably not.
So we'll see how long he can. But they can get the buy back out. Now, it isn't a 4-man B start. They're just going to have a standard 2-3 split here for G2. Similar scenes for Vitality. Very standard approach. Defaulting second mid. Ooh, that's a lump of damage.
Not too bad. But again, trying to catch the speed. I mean, Apex last round did catch the really critical kill there. This time it's Cyber leading the charge, but sometimes if you're just a little bit aggressive and a little bit forward on that teaser, you can catch someone maybe trying to counter flash or counter nade out there.
I'm not sure how they're going to deal with this half-wall smoke that's being logged out from Vitality. JKS with a forward position here. They're actually heavily stacking towards B, so JKS could find a kill or some information here. Doesn't see an awful lot. This is a very precarious position.
Feels like all or nothing. He goes for it. He's going to find one. That's beautiful. Dupree goes down, but Spinx surely going to catch him in return. Yes, that was going to be a nice find. Bomb being picked up on the other side. Still a 4-on-4. And down the bottom of Banana, Sam was waiting for somebody to be aggressive. They already had a flank through middle once, so Vitality have some clue that maybe G2 are going to be aggressive down there at some point.
Okay, well, forcing the hand of Long right now. HooXi will throw a nade to indicate that somebody was behind that smoke. But likely to see them play a 2-2 setup now with 30 seconds left on the clock. They don't know where this execute's coming through, but I can tell you it's about to be short.
30 seconds. Has to get this shot, and it's a lightning fast flick that he comes through with. Magisk down and out. m0NESY, he'll get the next one too. And if they got more to offer up, he might take him. Third kill in the round for him, and Spinx is on his own. All his teammates slain by m0NESY. Finally, bring him down, and Spinx is back in the round. What a magnificent transfer onto HooXi. And Nikos walked up this whole way. Spinx has no way of knowing it. Oh, the timing is so good. He's reloading in front, and Nico catching him with his pants down.
Oh, Spinx, that was for the ace. That would have been a massive round right there. He did so much damage. m0NESY just hitting shot after shot from the side. That looked hot, but Spinx even hotter. I know he doesn't convert the round, but that was a great little sequence out of both of those individuals. So starting to get the fireworks we're looking for here. A 5-1 scoreline right now. The pivot back here, second's pretty bloody good. This is the third, but makes up for it here. And Spinx just takes these fights one after the other, just dissecting the way in, especially with the time on the clock. You love that little movement, the strafe out to bait the shots. m0NESY goes down. You see the trade attempt coming through the smoke, punishes that, and Nico, with all the pressure in the clutch situation, will get away with it, but only just. And you can see that now reflected in the buys for round number 7. Poor HooXi only has an MP9 here.
So far, this map is looking great for G2. Honestly, you hardly even see it. And Spinx is out of the round. 5-1 lead for them. He's ready. If anyone wants to challenge Boiler, he was going to be absolutely ready for that one. Dupree's got 0 kills. A little bit of a problem, perhaps. Could be changed still, of course, early on in the first half. Magisk would love to find a headshot, but yeah. Vitality not feeling too comfortable on the map right now.
But the job's almost done over here towards the top of Banana. It is just the one smoke available for the B holders of Nico. Now, I know that Hunter is close by, but oh, hold up, they're going to come through. It might be a flash and pop or contact indeed. Magisk in the smoke, looking for the 5, finds Nico first. He's in on 5. HooXi gets the trade, but there's still so much pressure.
Yeah, Hunter would love to come and help him out, but it's not going to happen. MP9 on the one side, Hunter through the smoke. Yeah, they should definitely. 2 versus 3. I mean, I guess you can show up and fire the gun if you want to. If you get someone
close.
randomly, yeah, it was.
Wasn't too bad.
I think we should turn that playing battleships when you're just shooting through the smoke like that.
Oof. Well, that's Dupree's first kill. A tidy one to find, an important one to find, because money is a problem here for G2 going forward. So this is a very important round tip for Vitality. If they can take the AWP away from m0NESY as well, that means that in the next round they will only have to worry about pistols, really.
Yeah, that's huge. Spinx doing all that damage in the other round, really coming back now to make a big difference. Dupree, he's found the first kill of the map for himself, so that's something. Honestly, yeah, it's probably not worth hunting it down. Just save this AWP. Now, big question. They're going to have an AWP and some scattered pistols behind it. Do you take the GM approach and stay far back with the AWP and wait for somebody to show up, or something more aggressive?
Something more aggressive, definitely, with m0NESY in the server, right? I know I like James' approach. It's definitely by the book, but m0NESY's going to do something flashy here. Now, the timeout to discuss exactly that is, look, they only managed 1,400 loss bonus into this round. It's likely to see them force buy behind this AWP. I'm looking at m0NESY's spawn. It's a very good spawn right now for him to head over and jump up apartments again, but we've already seen him strike from there. What is another option?
Run boost middle.
Exactly. No, quite seriously.
Yeah,
he should try and operate with something along those lines here to give them the jump, because we know there's no AWP on the other side just yet. If m0NESY can manufacture that opening here and give them a leg up for G2 into round 8,
in a previous era, another opportunity would have been to maybe run in through Boiler and up to the apps, but I feel like everyone's spotting for that now. It's so
too many flames, I think.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Yeah, it's a bit risky in that window room. There's a smoke you can throw to extinguish, but it's still kind of crazy.
Yeah, Kenny would have done it back in the day.
You probably still do it now.
Probably still would.
Turn on his stream. Here he is. Okay.
Okay. Like you pointed out, he has been in the apps before with the AWP, but not this deep in, so even a variation like that could maybe catch them, although they're going to feel a little bit of pressure and start to fall back.
And you can understand, so JKS can't bodyguard very well with only a P250. Yeah. They heard the steps on the jump up, and again, using their own half-full smoke to get this top banana control. This is a puzzle that G2 will have to solve. And I'm not sure if they're going to do it with the A defense or a different variation over towards B, but right now, with the minute and 15 left on the clock, Vitality have top banana control, Boiler and Halls control, and nobody's facing mid.
Is there a world in which Vitality played this round so slow to dodge the AWP that those smokes on G2 suddenly become really dangerous?
Yeah, well, they're holding on to them for already the first 55 seconds, so you bang on, they need to find some info, and there's a little bit, so they start to whir into action now, but if these smokes come in and block, and Vitality aren't ready to brave it and pop flash through, they could get into a real bit of trouble. That's a bad smoke again here. That happened 2 rounds in a row. Magisk has already exploited this.
Yeah, he's looking right around it. I wonder if they even know. Nico does have a pop flash ready and right over the smoke. HooXi up there, that's a nice kill, but Cyber, I can't believe he nearly had the transfer up, but HooXi's still going to find him. At 5-7, making a name for itself right now. They need more people over here, though. Just the pistols left. A little bit of a chance maybe with that MP9, but Hunter, surely they're going to be checking it. They've already found 2 people here. Apex up on top. That's beautiful, but the MP9, it works. And Apex, he's real low on health and in a lot of trouble. 15 seconds with his back turned, and m0NESY's almost finding him. I can't believe he's still alive. He's going to fake it once, go back to take a look, but now he's out of time. He can't win this round. They're surely going to run him down. It's m0NESY to catch him at the end. There's no way out. Even if he killed m0NESY there, he would have been out of time. And if he goes straight for the plant, they're definitely going to run him down.
I'm going to say this right now. HooXi's having a life game. He is having so much impact here. Right, this gap in the smoke, I don't know if they're intentionally misthrowing this smoke the same way twice, but HooXi capitalized on it with 2 massive kills. Apex does his best to fight in, but not expecting Hunter on the boost, who activates extremely late. And in this situation, the bloodlust from m0NESY comes out, charges down Apex with the USP, and they still won back with just a saved AWP and a force buy behind it. So Cash still a little bit wonky, but that's the conversation for both sides going into the next round of play. Whoever wins this one might find themselves in a bit of a break situation, as it were.
6-2 scoreline. Looking absolutely fire right now. Nico with the grenade kill. HooXi coming through the smoke though, and he's going to be going down, unfortunately. So 4 versus 4. They tag up Apex right at the end of that battle. m0NESY, nice kill. Oh, surely that's dangerous into the Molotov. Smoke is going to go up, but m0NESY sticking around, no scoping his way through. Spinx, is he going to try and catch him? He almost does. That is actually a really cool play, attempting to open the map up for his team once again, but he's going to be found by m0NESY.
Next up, all right, you want to keep trying the kid, do you? Oh, catches him in the fade. Good one from Apex there, but JKS is still in the sight. ZywOo has this long control. If he can catch Hunter on the rotation, then there's a real chance.
They're being flanked at the same time through middle. Nico is so deep in there. They need to win a bunch of fights right now on the Vitality side. First of all, inside of that A-bomb side, to get a quick bomb plant, but every second counts. ZywOo, the only one with any real health, he's going to be going down, and Hunter could double to close it out with 7-2. Chad, this is It's looking amazing right now for G2.
Yeah, I'm really holding my breath for a competitive map here because we're at 7-3 in that first map of play, and then we ended at, what, 16-8? So G2 have a lot more proving to do than Vitality in this map. Now, we saw the change-up of how they went for this banana control. It was a second wave, right? As that top banana smoke was there, that's when G2 started to initiate utility behind it, the nades deep, and they also pushed. So it was a head-on collision, a game of chicken, and both teams walked away. But the one walked away with the victory. It's G2, and a timeout called. It is going to be the first timeout from Vitality, a chance for Zonic, legendary coach, there to chip in and have a conversation about the buy. Now, here's the conditioning of that smoke, Anders. They've been throwing it time and time again, but not initiating quickly behind it. Now they could throw it and just pop through it with a barrage of flashes and catch Nico and HooXi sleeping behind it at the top. They have the type of buy that would be a perfect call to do something like that. A bunch of Tech 9s, Mac 10s, or could be a fast set piece towards A with smokes out of spawn through second mid on the go.
Yeah, Modesty is fast, but I mean, if you throw the right flashbang and you run him down with the Mac 10s, it's still possible you could actually win that battle against him. So we'll see what they actually do. Already leaning at least towards the A apps. They're not going to be that quick about it. See if they get the right setup here. It's a pretty decent nade. Yeah.
This is about to be real hot on the A site here. Hunter's rotated back in time, but that fight is coming. They're setting up the util now. Rotation of HooXi's going to get here in time, but this is going to be up short. Lots of bodies about to channel in towards A.
Oh, this rotation from HooXi absolutely could make a world of difference. I'm really curious to see. He's already at Arch. He's already looking in the middle. They're going to try and get in there. Nice flash onto Hunter, but JKS, what a bodyguard down in the pit. He saved Hunter, who comes back with his double kill of his own. But if not for that, Hunter probably gets knocked out.
Yeah.
And that creates a little bit more space, but nicely done.
Those flashes were great there. I'm not sure how JKS dodged them. Maybe he was looking into the wall and then peeked out late because he should have been blind as well. There were so many flashes that went into that. So JKS did a lot of work here from the pit position. Oh, he was looking into the wall. You can see him there. Turned completely in, looking to that left-hand side, and then pivots out just in time. They trade off the back of his death, and they clean up for their 8th round. And now the guns come back out. Dupree maybe overspent just slightly. He has a Galil to operate with, and he's having a rough game. Only 1 kill so far.
Looking at the bank of G2 is maybe a little bit of a clue to how the game has been going. Even if they're up 8-2, they're not disgustingly rich yet. So
very true.
Vitality have been doing something. We know that they've had some success. It's just not showing on the scoreboard yet.
And that means that G2 are at a breaking point at any moment. Every single one of these rounds, they're fighting for the future rounds, right? You know that you can't just reinvest. Don't want to get that home repossessed.
Let's see. Still leaning quite a lot towards, I feel like, this quad and app side. It'd be fun to see him every once in a while, maybe thrown over to the B-bomb side or maybe thrown over to Arch or anything like that. It seems like he's playing a lot there. Well, I say that, but now he's actually moving that way, so fair enough. Down to the pit, JKS.
3 players here alongside. Modesty's allowed to search because of this and finds the first and even the second. That's quick. Kid's not messing about this evening. 3 on 5 and almost full map control. Nico spotting Banana on those jump peaks, and they have fortified top mid with Hunter now slinking in and even being flashed forward. He's called this one clear.
Absolutely well done. Getting the kills, getting the information, and just scaling the map all the way down so that Vitality can hang out on Banana, and that's about it. 28 seconds. I like that rotation to bring him over on the other side, because he has been predictably playing either underneath that canopy at quad, like HooXi is now, or up in the air palm. It's been his main hunting ground for a while, so cool to see.
Looks like a lot more decisive as well from G2, as HooXi will see that they're likely saving here. So holding on to 3 AK-47s, lost bonus maxed out the other side, so they can buy behind this. But looks like they are a lot more decisive in the way that they want to approach a lot of these situations. They get the banana control, they rotate back, they swoop in to clear out top mid, they flash Hunter forward. There's always an idea. Yes. I think that was missing on Mirage, and probably a big conversation that was had by Xtaz with the team after, hey boys, let's lift the comms. Let's make sure we're being a little bit more active on the map as a unit. Because at the end of the day, there's heavy hitters, but it's a team game.
Speaking of indecision, I mean, on Mirage, we talked about it a couple of times, how some of those B defenders, when they were on the CT side and anchoring that B bomb side, just got caught off guard. They didn't have like really good protocols to fall back from the action or fight or whatever they wanted to do. That indecision is just not here right now. They're playing really great Counter-Strike, and it's showing 9-2 at the moment. And unlike some of the previous rounds, they actually get a lot of people surviving here, so they can start to build up the money. Vitality, they're in a deeper hole all the time.
Yeah, and by virtue of those saved rifles and no loss bonus coming through, they're going to be light on in the utility department here. So there is going to be a couple of issues, but that's going to simplify the playbook and whatever round that they're going to be able to call right now. Maybe it will have to be more contact heavy, maybe a bit more of an apartments pop, right? Try and waterfall out there with a 3-man prong and a couple of flashes. We do have Vertigo up next, and as if we need it. I think that's a pretty tasty morsel.
Cyber and Monacy on Vertigo, that could be something all on its own. But yeah, that's a map that, especially also tactically, could deliver a lot. Here we go, up Banana. You talked about it earlier, maybe try and be a little bit more aggressive. They didn't quite throw the smoke this time. They're just trying to fight it out, and it's not working at all.
No, and that was well read by G2. No smoke, that's okay. We'll take the fight. We have the positional advantage at the sandbags, and another dud round here for Vitality. So the fact that they're not getting a plant, they haven't had a plant in the last 4 rounds, and I'm probably going to say they won't get a plant in this one, so let's make it 5. Not enough money for the buys. So this is starting to fall very flat. And remember, they wanted to take this here. They could have picked any map they wanted. G2 were the ones who went into Mirage. Vitality went, okay, well, let's play Inferno. Even though you look hot on the map.
Could be one of those things, you know, you look through the demos, you feel like you have a pretty good understanding of how G2 are winning some of these games, and you say, yeah, even if it's impressive, you know, if we take away, if we have the information, then that's going to be the main difference. And now that you're experiencing it, not in demo format, not in the theoretical realm of watching it, you know, without having to fight, it's just a different experience that they're having completely.
Yeah, and I guess to return to a conversation we were having a little bit earlier about individuals stepping up and starting to do a lot of damage. Well, surprisingly, it's Monacy and then HooXi. Right, and HooXi wasn't meant to be one of the names here to step up for G2. So the fact that he is a real luxury.
You're on your own with that one, Chad. I'm with the Twitch chat.
Okay, sorry. I don't want to offend anybody there. Look, I love his calling. I think he's going to be a fantastic addition, and he already is a fantastic addition to this team. But he's not meant to get the kills. I'll give him the in-game leader excuse, Anders. I used it for years. So I'll give it to any other in-game leader out there. Don't you worry. I'll protect you.
This is a classic excuse, but
one of the best.
I mean, we've seen people before. Monacy, in his own rights, is one of these players that's come out almost out of nowhere and just, you know, shot straight to the top. Cyber's another one on the other side. We've got a lot of kids these days doing it. I feel like in-game leaders, that's a very difficult thing to do. I can't think of a way you can do it quickly, but HooXi has kind of done it.
Yeah, look, I think Copenhagen Flames was a really good team for him to nurture the style that he wants to play. And I look at some similarities of players in this unit. Like Monacy can be a flary AWPer just like Nikodos, right? I think that's really exciting. And then solid rifles, like you had Roy.
Yes.
You had Yabby, you had Zyphon, like they all could pack a punch. Well, here's this Palace waterfall.
Yeah, Monacy trying to fall back. Can't quite get the flick, and there's nobody down in the pit to help him out, but he still takes care of business. Leg shot, and then the assist from Hunter to bring down Spinx. It's just all on Magisk and Cyber. What a nice rundown! Double kill for Cyber. They need all the rounds they can get here. 2 versus 2 at the moment. And they have given over that AWP. That could be really dangerous. Bomb is certainly going to be planted here. They so badly need the last 3 rounds. They have to make this 10-5. Deep Molotov putting some pressure on Magisk and forcing him to relocate, but this retake, they both have kits, Nico and HooXi. And it's a freshly planted bomb, so they have a little bit of time to try and make their way in there. There's the first AG over the top. Oh! It blows him up. I can't believe the damage. He's down to 10. Almost pre-fired around the corner. That might open it up. Nico's stepping out to help him. And now down to Cywu. 1 versus 2. If they can find him right now, they can get that defuse. He's going to get the flick, but he's in the corner. Oh! Through the box. And it's Cywu on an ace. It is stacked up through the entire round. He's up to 14. What a time to come alive.
What a massive round from the Wu right here. That is magic in the server. You take a look at that. This is Zonic trying to calm them down after a massive play. Monacy is the one having to deal with the apartments push, and that's not the weapon for the job. JKS, meantime, trying to lock down mid, and Zywu finds a time. He kills Hunter, gets out, kills JKS. Then the perfect weapon for the job on that rundown you spoke about. But then, once the AWP is in the pit, in a 2v2 post-plant situation, it's a power position, and Zywu shows us exactly why. Beautiful little sequence from him, and a massive round from Vitality here. They're back in this one.
It is unbelievable, isn't it? 10-3. Now, if they can actually get this next round, they might still have something to fight for here. This might not be a complete wash just yet, even though it is looking grim at the moment.
We'll make it 11-4, and we can really test Zonic's law. Man, standing behind them right now, but that is a miraculous piece from Zywu. What a great round. And they're going to happen, right? Players go, yeah, there's Zywu rounds. Zywu happens, and Zywu's get boosted up and over the top here, going to cop a nade straight down the gob. walks away with 59 points of health, but they did the 4-man B opener here just to try and garner this control. So Nico needs to try and find something through the smoke.
They were waiting so patiently down there, but just ignoring the grenades, ignoring all the smokes and the flashes, and eventually they get just the one kill that they needed. That is huge.
They don't need to search for a fight, and Zai was ready for this. Look at him in full predator mode right now, hiding in the weeds.
Yes, he is. The line, if it bleeds, you can kill it.
This is the gap, right? JKS is worried about this mid play. I don't know if he's going to be able to respond to this in time. Dupree and Spinx were already very far forward. Zai was coming to search right now, and HooXi's actually called out a gamble rotation. He's hedging that they want to finish B with an execute. He's just called the troops to back him up on the B site. JKS is the lone defender on A right now. He's screwed.
I don't know what he could possibly do down here. M4 and flashed immediately. It's a good job to get the first one, but again, he doesn't really have the space to reload, and eventually he's going to run out of bullets, surely. Oh, he's done such a fine job. That's way better than I was expecting. But Spinx eventually will take him down. 3 versus 3, and should be a clear bomb plant. Also, Magisk is realizing no one's rotating through Banana at the moment, so surely he's going to come and try and backstab this wraparound that's coming in from G2.
Apex can't find the bomb. It's just been highlighted as up on the balcony, so during this time, the smokes are fading, but Magisk is not from the mini pit. Gonna grab an easy kill, and now HooXi, he's in the grave.
Yeah. Hunter realizes there's no backing out now, because there's going to be Magisk down there somewhere waiting for him, trying to see if he can enter this crossfire, but oh, that's a great find. Apex goes down, Spinx with an immediate headshot in return, and now it's all on Modesty. They have some money, but not that much here. Gotta be a little bit careful. Kid as well. Spinx, that is beautiful. Triple on him. And it's a 4th round for Vitality.
Brought this one back, haven't they? And you said there's a chance. Well, there's a real chance now because money is looking a little bit light on in a couple of the G2 members. And AWP can be dropped rifles as well. But they're going to have a real conversation about how they can make this buy work. Everybody, ooh, okay, double AWPs. Yeah, this is a change-up. This is a real change-up here. A well-handled round. I love that opener from Zyron to Nico. It looked good in the retake, but Spinx, we know that he didn't play Inferno with Ents, but this is a map where if you have comfy teams around you, we had a piece talking about it. Well, Furious smoke, but gonna have to boost up and over on the half wall here. So those two smokes, the top of Banana, negate each other, and that shot, it's a good way to open things up. There no double AWPs are in play, definitely now.
That's a hard way to find out, though. You might get your wish, Chad, though. You said it could be that 11-4 scoreline to try and really test Sonic, and that's what they're aiming for at the moment. Yeah, the surprise of that first AWP is you can feel it. What a powerful first half here for G2 as an answer to what was going on Mirage.
Oh, check this out.
Nico. Oh, the gun barrel showing. They know. He's not quite sure, but they have a really good idea. Counter grenades are coming out. About a minute on the clock here. And they're all stacked up out on Banana. Almost no reason. I think it's hard to do anything else.
I think a B execute here is the best call. All the nades they have, it'll be a 2v3 on the site. So this is a great call from Apex here. Good way to try and capitalize on the 2-man disadvantage.
Yes, it is. HooXi close with that MP9 a little bit further back. They've got that AWP and Nico. And actually, I mean, if they can take care of HooXi, maybe they can run Nico down. Molotov on top of him. He's going to be forced to relocate into the flashbang while all this is going on. But HooXi, he's still there. That submachine gun up close and personal. He's finally going to be going down. And a nice flick. Oh, a spin around from Spinx. And it's a 2 versus 2. Bomb goes down. He is lightning fast in this game once again.
And it's the duo, Zywoo and Spinx, to confirm the 5th round here, just up against Monacy and JKS.
Yeah, that's a horrific thought to be up against. They have been really scary throughout this series so far. How do they cross this line? They do not have a smoke. They can maybe flash him away, but if you just jump it, you might just be dead. Only the boots showing. Oh, what a nice little peek. They trade damage. Spinx is still out here with an HE grenade, and he's playing this one for the last seconds in the round. Nice swing out for JKS, all on Spinx. Oh, they line up, and he's going to get a quad kill to close out the half. 10-5 in favor of G2. What an exciting second map it is already. We'll see what happens in the second half. It is coming right up.
my god, this guy is so good. 2 at the same time? 3? 5? Can't imagine someone as good as him, man.
What are you watching? Oh my
Look at it, he does it so well.
Everybody?
With everyone. Look, again.
Again?
The fuck? He's so good.
It's so good. Then he's waiting.
What? No,
Oh, he's gonna take all of them.
Not the ace.
He takes
the
the
ace.
ace. Oh my.
That's exactly what we need, man.
Oh, just like taking him like, look. All 5? Oh my god. I want him to hug me like this. Like, I will be happy.
So good.
We have to bring him with us.
Yeah, with his friend as well.
And I think 2 is it's
Two is
fine.
good, okay.
And this guy is look great. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Let's win a major first. Of course.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
From the back roads to back streets, I see you foes trying to trap me, but I don't run like a track meet, even though I'm #1 like an athlete. And the way I maneuver around you and through you,
Welcome back, everybody. We have got a real semi-final on our hands here. 10-5 in the first half in favor of G2. This is a map they feel really comfortable on, and it shows. They absolutely took it to Vitality. Right now, we're in danger of having to play a third map to decide who goes to the grand final to face Liquid.
Yeah, but the key for me is recovery. Again, Vitality recovered in the first half Mirage. They've now recovered in the first half of Inferno. I know it's a 10-5 scoreline, but it's the Spinx and ZywOo show right now, and Nico, Hunter, and JKS are extremely quiet. They need to wake up here. This isn't going to be easy for G2 as flash forward Magisk. He sees an awful lot. Oh, maybe he didn't. I think he got team flashed there. I'll take that one back.
It would have been amazing if he didn't get flashed himself. It would have been really cool. Apex back around the corner. Magisk knocked out m0NESY. Opening kill, and he's going to keep going. Apex is no more. Spinx trying to live, but Nico will not let him. Dupree and ZywOo with the dualies.
Save him.
Yeah,
That'll be better next round, I think. You know, you can upgrade into free armor, you get to keep the dualies, and you're already ready for the 4 spot.
Yeah.
So just chill out, everybody. You know, kick your feet up. Have a good time. Go grab a drink from the fridge. This is a great time for the bathroom break because you've got about 30 seconds as of now.
Yeah, you can make it if you run.
Or if your apartment's really small.
Yeah, true.
You could be from the PC to the fridge and a step or two to the bathroom. Get it all done in one foul swoop, but that's exactly what m0NESY did. Now, I said it was so far the ZywOo and Spinx show. Well, m0NESY's been having a great game. 19 kills for him. HooXi had ace of the year. 100% ace of the year. There's no doubt about it, Anders.
Oh, man, that's a call to make.
Don't worry about Romps' one. Over there in Katowice, off the balcony. ZywOo, he goes down. That's a huge round. Okay, forget about the cheap purchase. m0NESY now up to 20 kills. He doesn't want to go home just yet.
He definitely does not. Oh, that's actually disgusting. I can't believe he did that.
That's beautiful. So look, and I am in a very fortunate position, being friends with JKS. I got to play some pugs with him and m0NESY. And playing with m0NESY is literally infectious because his love and passion and wanting to win at 17 years of age reminds me of what it was like when I was obsessed at his age. Like, no matter who we were playing, he always wanted to win, and not like in a toxic way, like in a, I love this game, let's get into the next round and let's do everything we can. And I'm sure that energy right now has to be flowing through G2.
We're gonna have to script that as like a Netflix special at some point, you know. Young kid comes in, old mentor, you know, gets shown the passion again. He
Like
rediscovers love. Yeah, exactly.
Look, I couldn't believe it. When I had the opportunity. Oh, hold up, there's a stack here. This is about to rumble.
There's a lot of people here, but they only have 2 SPs. You gotta wonder how much that could really do. Quick trade is in there, m0NESY with some important kills, and they wipe out the stack, so good job.
Yeah, we were about to play a pug, and we queued against some other big-name players, and he was...
You gotta name drop them.
Look, I don't want to throw the kid under the bus here, but another big AWPer from the region, right? And he jumps in deathmatch immediately before, and Justin's like, what are you doing? I'm like, no, you want to G him up. This is his little anime arc right now. This is like one of his battles, you know? I'm trying to get him fired up, because it's awesome to see, and that's what we want to see here from everybody. The love of the game really shining through. First gun round here for Team Vitality. They took the eco to bring out the M4s a little bit early.
It's got to be something that, especially the veterans on a team like G2, can actually really feel, you know, the being close to someone who just wants to win so badly. dupreeh swings for it. He's had a tough game here, but a nice little double. That's actually his second and third kill. Unbelievably so. And now it's a 5 versus 3. So Vitality, if they want any chance of making even more of a comeback out of this, then it obviously has to start winning this round, especially now that it's a 5-on-3.
Yeah, I think G2 there tried to capitalize with a fast A play, hoping there was a B lead, tried to scale up mid, head towards that arch side, deal with one of the weaknesses, and JKS will find one. dupreeh goes down, but is that a big enough hole to work with? Is NiKo and m0NESY still remaining? Now they have plenty of time, but I felt like we had this conversation over on Mirage and they weren't able to get too much done.
Did they spot? I think they might have spotted m0NESY. Goes to look right there. Surely going to catch him. If he goes up against the wall, he's probably dead. Magisk up on the bicycle. Yeah, nice little spot. Doesn't have to really take that fight all the way through. Just let that clock run a little bit closer down. You've got 3 people here. There comes the attack.
How does he win that?
It's a little bit wild. He is down to 3 health, though, so practically dead already. 30 seconds and caught trying to relocate back and waiting down at the bottom here. This Spinx for NiKo. He's going to be able to win that fight, no problem. Or I say that, he's down to 6 health, but he did win it.
Well, I think one of the keys is with dupreeh getting those 2 kills and us knowing that he only had 1 within that first half, we can keep track of his CT side performance, right? Because this is where they need to make the comeback now. We can forget about the T half. That's already done, right? That's what we can worry about. The desk can break all that down here. But this double is the start of the comeback, right? They're going to get themselves up to... It's still a 6-round buffer for G2. I still can't believe m0NESY won that fight, especially against Zywu. That's wild. But regardless here, I think it has to be a timeout for G2 to have some conversations because you have 3 players in a position to buy AKs with head armor, and you have 2 who might need to deal with pistols. Now, when you have a lead like this, there's 2 trains of thought. Do we want to just break him? Do we want to just bend him over and break him right now? Or do we want to take... I thought that was you. I thought you were making a raspberry noise right there or something. No, we're
getting game sounds.
Yeah, well, we're getting tricked a little bit. But or you can take a little bit more of a lighter investment now, right? Have everybody getting some deagles, and then next round get out a full buy where everybody has all the goodies. It looks like they're taking the conservative. Okay, I thought they were taking the conservative approach.
It tricked you.
It did trick me because I saw some pistols get invested, and then in the final few seconds, 3 AKs appear.
Well, they got the answer anyway, so it is the break them right now. Destroy their, not just the game, but their souls on top of it. Trying to make sure that they're never going to mentally recover. Oh, that's insane.
Kid's on a heater right now. This is crazy Counter-Strike from m0NESY. He is just stepping up. Same way Zywu did in map number 1. Magisk sends Hunter packing. Yeah, you're not getting through here. Not anytime soon. Apex has already rotated over.
He is, and you know, double pit position is super strong, but it does obviously leave other parts of the map a little bit more vulnerable.
You hope G2, for their own sake, explore a little bit more, and so does Zywu. m0NESY's not missing. He is not missing.
Yeah, he's really not. 25 kills at the moment. He's turning the corner. Look at him, and he'll take down Magisk as well. It's so wild. Up at the graveyard, Apex, well, I guess it's good he's already in the graveyard because he's definitely going to be dead, even getting that double kill. Spinx now 1 versus 2, and maybe they know Hunter is already a bit low. Maybe it's worth sticking around to try and see if he could do something. It'd be nice if he had any other nade than the flashbang there. Gonna go around and pick up the kit. And Do you want to go for this one?
Well, may as well go fishing. At least have a look. See how the waters feel. They're hot. So all it took was a molly in his face, and that one's denied. So, yeah, I like the attempt to at least look. I think he's going to hang around for damage, because if they want to exit, they have planned to default. They cannot stay in the pit. They will have to try and either push over towards long or run down mid, and Spinx could take away all the guns here. So this is with a new bomb radius in play.
Yeah, you really have to escape real far away. Spinx able to catch that one. Here's the footsteps above. Nico is not going to be going down to that one, and the bomb won't catch him either. So 13-6, and the force-up completely justified.
Yeah, and I'm wondering now, after Spinx goes down, he hits this, does he? Yeah, okay. All right, look, we know he's quick on the AWP, but these are some real laser-sharp shots on the AK, and he just marauded in towards the site. He literally took down the entire A defense on his own. Apex was the B rotator, so that's kind of nuts. Look, it affects them a bit more than I thought it would, Spinx not holding onto that M4. So it's only going to be Apex who has money to invest, and this is a bit of a bogey M4, where the rest of them just maybe have some pistols, a couple of USPs. So Apex has to do a lot here.
Yeah, trying to really flex that weapon, but unfortunately he's lost out there. Up close against HooXi on that Mac 10. And a nice start to this round for G2.
What did HooXi do with the M4?
It feels like it must have been blown up somewhere, right?
We're going to have a little fly around. I'm sure Jay will be having a look too. And, oh, that's quite the dink right there.
Yeah, Nico's not enjoying that. But they can afford to back on out. Still plenty of time. And now that they've got this double push going on to the Arch and CT spawn, they have the entire map almost to themselves. This is going to be a nice crunch onto the B bomb side. Don't think Spinx could do a lot here. He's going to be walking right back into the headshot from that AK. And Sideways alone with the deagle. How many 1 deags could he get?
5?
Okay, that's a good number. Shut down before he even got a shot.
There's the M4, Anders. I found it.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got a lot of experience playing Where's Waldo? Or Where's Wally? He was in my part of the world. Was he Waldo or was he Wally in Denmark? Or was he Walter?
He's completely different.
Oh.
Holger.
Holger?
Yeah.
Where's Holger?
Hard to explain, isn't it?
Did you still have the wizard?
Yeah, we did have the wizard too.
Okay.
We have a little book at home where there's like a film over all the pages, and then you have like another piece of paper that you sort of put on top, like a little searchlight.
Okay.
You can only look through the film with that, so you can't see the whole thing.
Okay.
Makes it a lot more difficult. It's much more competitive.
Much competitive. Where's Waldo? Or Holger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Well, maybe we can see if we can get that as a side event alongside of the Counter-Strike for the ESL circuit.
I think people would be excited for that. I guess, yeah, we could do some shoutcasting on top, perhaps.
It's close. He's getting closer. Oh, hot, cold. No.
Exactly.
Hasn't found him. Well, this one, I don't know if we're getting the excitement here, Anders.
In many ways, that was prop hunt before prop hunt.
Okay. Yeah, back before
that worked.
Video games existed. Yeah, that works. Okay, well, Vitality, this is it. Do or die time for you right now. You picked into this, and we're not really seeing why. But this is a faster maneuver again from G2, scurrying swiftly. This is a fast A play. They're all in.
Let's see if it's going to work. Sideways spots out one. It's Hunter, and he gets a little shot in the leg. HooXi, though, scaling up across Arch and going to be wrapping around already. Wow. Nice headshot for Magisk. Can he spin around? He's ready for more, but Nico will take him down. This is a very exposed position. Sideways battling left and right. Nico, double entry for him, and it's a 3-on-3. Quick bomb plant going to be following through. A lot of determination on this G2 team at the moment. Modesty is still alive at 100% health, so that might be a sign of trouble. Flashbang going to be coming through, and Dupree is lucky that he walks in to Boiler like that, or he probably would have been dead. Comes back for it, and this time, Modesty for once missing a shot. That's interesting. Let's see what JKS and Nico could do. That's a quad-like flashbang, so Nico on his own, and that's too much to ask for. He would have had to have found an ace in this round, so instead, it's 14-7.
Yeah, and Modesty had a great game so far, but I have to criticize this. He over-peaked there. Off the flash was fine, but after he sees nothing, I think a teammate told him he saw something. Boiler steps out again for that fight. I guess he wanted to buy some space because they felt very cornered in the pit and the site there, but either way, falls apart. A great little set piece. Love the pace on towards that A bomb site there, but not enough, and Vitality will hold on. I said do or die. They have to start putting a lot of rounds consecutively together here to bring this one back into a reasonable scoreline. A competitive affair. Still possible, though. it's been the early T round. So G2, to be able to find success as the half moves on, is going to become harder and harder. I don't expect we see those type of maneuvers anymore, though. I think we'll just see more default Counter-Strike here.
I mean, here's a question for you, Chad. Out of the next, 7 or 8 or 9 rounds or so, what are the chances that m0NESY won't get at least a couple of rounds where he just entries the way that he has been? I mean, that's what Vitality have to try and avoid right now. And if they can't, then they can't win this map.
Yeah, that's true. Now, the thing is, because he's on a bit of a heater, he might start over-peaking more and more, which can come back to bite you. But depends on how he's able to reel it in. But the thing is, he shouldn't be the one with tasked to doing this all alone. He needs the supporting cast. We mentioned Hunter, we mentioned Nico, we mentioned JKS. They're still just tutting along, right? They're not really making the difference at this juncture. So I expect one of those 3 names to turn up.
And a lot of the kills for HooXi as well were in the first half, right? So
yeah, I'm not sure how many he's managed in the second half. Maybe 3?
I think something like that sounds about right. But this is great. They get the early kill. They don't lose anybody. They're now the 4-on-5. Some utility might be lacking a bit. It's not disastrous, really. They still have a couple of nades to try and do something with. And G2, they've been meandering across the map. It's a little bit back and forth between top mid and Banana. Now they're throwing some nades out. See if they're going to commit to it or not. Already hoping that Nico could catch someone rotating out. Actually, if they keep going, this would be insane. But they might go for the split, in which case they're running into 3 people. Oh, Apex, he's hearing it saying, wait a minute, there's a lot of footsteps happening. Nico, he'll find Spinx. Apex is out. How is this happening? I can't believe it. Dupree's back here, but he can still win the round. He can win it on time alone. Oh, but he's forced out with the Molotov. That's a great grenade. And HooXi, he'll find that critical kill in the back, and the bomb plant is theirs. Nico ready to execute Magisk, and Cyberus on his own. And he has to just trundle on back to the A bomb site. It's gonna be 15-7.
That call looked disastrous, didn't it?
It
Mid to be into the 3-man stack, and maybe Apex made a sound cue there because they were very, very ready for him with that fight over towards spawn. That is the difference maker in all of that, because it alleviates so much pressure. He had the opportunity to get multiple kills. He was in the thick of things. Could have been a real thorn in the side right there, but that will be G2 getting up to 15 now. And as you mentioned, ZywOo has to save. At this point, 1900 loss bonus going forward. ZywOo is going to have to drop something. Dupree and Spinx can buy themselves. Touch and go for Magisk and Apex here into the next round as far as the buys are determined. But yeah, I guess m0NESY can just keep lopping heads. 27 kills for him right now. And the desk will likely discuss this as well, but for Vitality, hasn't been such a talking point. Maybe something we should have spoken about a bit more, but it really has been ZywOo 19, Spinx 17. The next closest is Apex and Magisk on 9 apiece, and then bringing up the rear, Dupree, who has 6 kills. 5 of those have come on this CT side. So feeling too little too late to get activated in this game. But here we go. Round 23 could be the final round of play, and m0NESY brings out the AWP.
They need 8 straight rounds. Not that much money on G2, so some of them they can get for free, maybe if they can sort of pull it a little bit together. But it's still a long stretch to be running it back without making any mistakes at all.
That's the first one.
Oh wow, that's a way to get started. HooXi going to be taking down Spinx, his 20th kill, and m0NESY leading the board with 27-11. It's crazy.
This is G2's round and game to lose now, right? This is it. The number advantage. You know that there's another MP9 on the board. All you need to do is regroup with all the time on the clock. Be it in a 4 or 5, right? You don't have to have everybody. You can leave JKS to lurk here, at least take tabs on any aggression. Hunter could do the same and execute on towards this B bomb site. The only way this falls apart, and the defender they have on the side is Apex with just the MP9. The only way this falls apart is if the gamble stack gets called now. And that would have to happen if they live forward on mid and call it completely clear. But this is still with 50 seconds left on the clock. And if they go shortly, Anders, this one's all over.
Yeah, Apex is going to say, wait, well, there's the smoke coming out, but are they really going to respect it? 40 seconds? They're setting up to go right through. They don't really care. Apex, it's a lot of damage, actually way more than you would have expected, but it still loses the bomb site. Even if he did probably twice as good as you could have hoped for there, it's still not enough. 3 versus 4. HooXi's low on health. m0NESY, there's 2 people coming this way. He's got that AWP back finally. A lot of the work has been with the AK, but ooh, that one actually betrays him.
Good util for the retake. Lots of incendiary smokes as well.
Yeah, that's right. They could burn out actually 2 out of 3 of these positions right away. HooXi and JKS might be in trouble. Yep, JKS is already burning alive. Hunter coming back out to try and help out. HooXi, there we go. Barbecued immediately. Hunter fighting for it, and he's on his own. This is looking like a really great comeback for Vitality to try and reclaim this one. Trying to get the defuse, and it's going to be Magisk to get that one finally. They're straight on it with the defuse kit on top, so a lot of pressure in the round. That's a kind of a miraculous retake.
Yeah, and the players who contributed were the 3 towards the bottom of the scoreboard. 3 for Magisk, 1 for dupreeh, 1 for Apex. It wasn't ZywOo or Spinx needing to get kills in that round, so that is a great little boon here late. Now, it's also broken the cash situation slightly for G2 for conversations to be had, but there's still a lot more work that needs to be done here. This one here onto Modesty, considering how good he's been, is a bit of a miracle, and there's no way HooXi's getting away from that on such low HP. But really good economy of utility in a round like this for Vitality. Not to expend the nades over towards A, it was available for that B retake, and it worked out perfectly. They're going fast again. This hasn't worked for them.
Yeah, but they want a chance to see if they can do it maybe one more time. Tech9 to lead the way. HooXi not even looking behind him. He's just hoping that he can make that corner. And maybe the Molotov there also slowed a couple of them down so that no one could really follow it through. Spinx is checking this out. He's getting a teammate in there right about now. Oh, he's doing it all on his own. Apex has shown up, but he was actually maybe 2 seconds late. So Spinx had to actually get that done. It's another round, 15-9.
One of the keys there, G2 weren't ready for that reaction. HooXi goes up mid, he calls all the action top mid, and Modesty had to run back towards T-stairs to set up that flash. They would have liked to have gone quicker through that smoke. They just didn't have him available and ready to throw the necessary flash, and the flash didn't even do anything to Spinx. You hear me, he hears it coming, he turns it. He also has Apex overseeing business here from the car position, and they just mowed them down. So another quick approach from G2, and another round that really just runs away from them here. So Vitality, this only has 6 more rounds.
I was going to say, they're within the margin of error now.
For sure. Because the 6 will become 5 unless they lose to literally a singular P250.
Doesn't happen that often. Oh.
How do you feel about chicken murder? In the game, not in real life.
I don't think it could be defended morally.
You don't think chicken killing in the video game of Counter-Strike can be morally defended?
I don't think there's no need to. You can.
Can I give you a few reasons?
Go on.
Chickens can give up your positions. That's the only reason I need, actually.
But you can use that against people, can't you?
Yeah, but why would you play the risk? It's so situational.
You just have to go the next level. You send the chickens out. People, you know, they spend time looking at that instead.
Look, I understand that
you can hurt them. You can follow them. You can build a little army.
That's true. They can't do any damage for you, though. You have empathy and compassion for the chickens. I don't have either. I'm here to win. So I would kill all chickens on site. If I had a team, that would be the #1 rule. Kill all chickens on site. Even if there's a player in front of you, focus on the chicken.
Okay, well.
Wouldn't be a very successful team.
Little insight into what happened to Vox Seminole.
No, we just had the bomb get stuck in the barbecue. That's the one that broke us, Anders. No. That's the one that broke us.
But did beat Maniac.
Yep, keep reminding him.
Did beat Maniac. 15-10, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I mean, 5 rounds. They of course they can do this.
Doable. More than doable. I think here as well, like dupreeh's had 6 kills in the second half, so he's managed to get back into things. Apex and Magisk now up to 13 apiece. Spinx at the top of the scoreboard with 23 for Vitality. And not a timeout taken. I thought maybe G2 would consider at least having a pause because this tail end will run away from HooXi quite quickly here. He needs to be real considered in the rounds he calls here. With the loss bonus, 2,900 into the next. Unless they get a plant, there won't be a buy. And that's a nice deep nade. Isn't going to do any damage, so it looked nice.
Yeah, that smoke, we've talked about it a couple of times already, with that deep smoke from the CT side allows you to set up a lot of things behind it. Boosts over, you know, grenades down that deep. Sometimes you can push through. There's a lot of different ways to go with it. And this time they don't really get it done.
They really want to go A again, right? I guess they want to avoid Spinx over towards B, who's now actually got ZywOo for support with the AWP. That is a very well-placed nade. So The second time I said it, it was true. But yeah, they really want to go towards A. So if they keep testing the issue over here, they're going to have a hard go of things. Magisk going to do dupreeh on the side. Apex towards Arch.
Apex. Yeah, trying to see if he can maybe block that smoke even. Try and put it a little bit further back. Apex, he's got the right idea. Does he see the gun barrel?
Oh, no!
He goes the other way. HooXi just too quick this time. And now it's a lot of trouble for this A bomb side. Shots are coming through, but dupreeh will find one. There's an army coming on the other side. The Pre and Magisk, though, the Danish duo working out for this A defense. He swings for it, and they lock it down. That is really unlikely. They were alone on an island there, and somehow they made it work anyway. 15-11.
Immaculate stuff. That is fantastic work between the Danish duo right there. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful work. And you can see what HooXi's doing. He wants to make them look towards long there. He's trying to just spam through, but essentially gives up his life. If he lurked through later, once his teammates made contact, sure, they're going to be expecting him. But once he dies, they're no longer worried about that long prong. So a little bit of a misplay there after that opening, but a great stance. And Dupree's quite impressed with that one. I would be too. But this is where the timeouts have to come through, because it can't be a buy now for G2. They have to take a partial. Likely see 15-12, then a gun round again. And remember, if they're not getting the site, they're not getting the bomb down, they have real issues keeping this one close. Vitality can definitely bring this back and take us to overtime.
If you want to try and go, I mean, I feel like some of the attempts that they've had and actually going fast A, even though you said it's kind of not been working, but maybe they're being a little bit fooled by the fact that they keep getting really close. They get deep in on Arch. I mean, even in this round, you know, all the way towards the library. And it feels, I guess, like it feels like you get that much map real estate on that side, you'd be stupid not to exploit it. But it really isn't working, but I can kind of understand why they keep doing it, because it feels like normally maybe you wouldn't even get that far.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see what they do with Banana in these next, well, 4 rounds of play, really. The fact that they didn't have any Banana space or control, and Vitality were giving them the open runway, I thought that was quite interesting. But right now, we do have a technical timeout. I can let you all know JKS has just disconnected from the server. Everyone's having a bit of a chit-chat.
Well, so then maybe it's worth just discussing briefly. It's a small detail, but I mean, on the other side of it, obviously, you want to find some formula to win just the one last round you need, so you can get the third map and all that if you're on the G2 side. But this timeout also, it cools off Vitality's momentum, right? Like, they've won 4 in a row right now. Only one of them is in a bomb plant. This is 3 rounds where you haven't even got onto the side in that way. So, you know, now at least you can cool them down. They don't just get to keep rolling through and you know, get building a little bit of momentum. So that's also a nice little feature, I feel like, of getting these timeouts.
Yeah, and I think after this round, the point is gone where it's like, oh, we just need that one more, and you feel like it can come. It is now going to be real hard graft for G2, right? I understand it is just 1 round. It seems like it should be simple. 5 kills, right? That's all you need. But at this point, if Vitality are continuing to read the play, Hunter trying to give JKS the thumbs up. It's, some smiles from JKS earlier, but he doesn't tend to give them out for free. So gonna have to work a little bit harder than just the thumbs up, I think, Hunter. And we'll just have to take a match medic just to reset everything, give back the appropriate cash to JKS, who disconnected from the server, so they'll have to rebuy.
And G2 are on the CT side, Chad. They had Monacy super aggressive up in the A hallways with that AWP. Made it kind of hard for Vitality to play up there. Doesn't feel like maybe Vitality have the same presence. So actually, a hall swap might be more doable for G2 at the moment.
Yeah, I think that this is the issue, is Vitality could stay extremely dynamic on this CT side right now. Like, Zywoo was just over towards B in the previous round with an ult playing a passive line. Now he has a good A spawn. So I think that side of the map might get locked down here by Zywoo's presence alone. And just let's see. They don't have any crowd control utility. It's only smokes and flashes, so no mollies or HEs to do damage and push them back. So I don't know how G2 are going to grab early map real estate.
We'll see. Nico has all of the nades that you would need to flash your teammates out of the A apps. If they can get there, they obviously have to get to the bottom of the apps to even make it possible. So if they get shut down before that happens, not going to be possible at all, but the setup is there for it.
Yeah, and are they going to scale through Boiler? Right now, Hunter is in the Boiler position. JKS is not too far behind him, and Monacy the third of that. Now, dropping back to set up some utility here, you can see HooXi's flashing over Banana to at least imply some type of a threat, and that'll force Util back out of Vitality. So this is all the mind games in the early stage. Where is this lighter pop coming from? And right now, Apex is starting to rotate A, so B doesn't feel like too much of a problem.
Some deep smokes there. One of them towards Library, the other one towards Quad to try and put a little bit of pressure on. Zywoo can't see much, but they're going to try and see if they can boost over. In the meantime, on the other side, the Tech9s are getting awfully close to this one. Oh, this could be very awkward. Magisk gonna beat down Hunter. It's huge, the defense already. Oh, Zywoo, he gets the flick. And Monacy will take him down finally, turning around for it. It's close to being successful. They got really deep, but it's not good enough. But that's exactly the kind of round I was talking about. That's the kind of round, if I'm G2, I'm tempted to try that again, because you're so close.
Yeah, look, they've almost broken through there, right? It's really difficult to get through this setup on the A side, it seems. So now just playing over towards Pit, locking them down the early stages. Zywu hitting some absolute bangers, even in lieu of Dupree going down. That second shot on the JKS is just nutty, isn't it? And then if they're able to get one of the kills to buy them some time, get the bomb down, sure, but it's not enough for G2 now. This has got a bit of a sinking feeling if you're a G2 fan here.
Oh, it most certainly is. If it goes to overtime, you have to assume that they are going to be under an enormous amount of stress. 15-12. This is so fitting, though. This is why we all love Inferno, even after having seen it so many times.
And as I still don't think we've had like a massive Hunter or Nico round yet. Like a round where they've like had a Scorcher opening and a follow-up. Right? It was m0NESY doing a lot of work to get them on the board early. It was m0NESY and HooXi on the CT side doing a lot of damage. And then the reason that Vitality could get 5 rounds, I think Spinx had a 4K and a massive 3K. Zywu had the ace with the Tech 9 and they picked up AWP. So those individual performances got the T rounds on the board for Vitality. m0NESY had his early. G2 needs somebody else to find that gap, to find that mojo, to try and crack this, because Vitality are looking hard to break right now.
Yeah, they found some kind of strength very, very late on the map to try and defend it with. They need 3 more rounds. They would love to get this into overtime and try and win it on 2 maps and to get that spot in the grand final. Another decent nade down the middle. 40 seconds on the clock. Apex going to be smoking that up. That almost hurts them on the other side. If they want to go for it, they're going to be ready. Here's Magisk down in the graveyard, looking right up, and the timing is immaculate once again. Yeah, they're getting absolutely blended here. m0NESY on his own, and there's no way to fight that one. Another round for Vitality. They just keep going.
And another round without a plant, which means another partial buy. And then we're going to have round 30 with the guns. So Vitality are sitting pretty right now. They are feeling this. They are starting to vibe, locking this down time and time again. Remember where the score lines were at. Remember we were talking about Spinx and Zywu at the top of the poll. Magisk is caught right up. 20 kills for him now. Apex with 14 in this second half. Dupree has 11 kills. Yeah. He's really showing up now as well.
Was it 15-9 at one point?
Yeah, I think so. And
I want to say.
Look, the other crazy factor is how many rounds is there nobody in Banana? There's just nobody in Banana. That round again, everybody channeled towards A. Before Nico's normally aim mapping up the top Banana, taking fights, but they push them off, pace again, they need something.
It'd be classic Counter-Strike if they somehow won this one, but they're running into a lot of nade damage before they can even get close. Magisk, he's been a rock over here, and he's gonna line up a triple for himself. Dupree, the Dane of the bomb site, and they just absolutely shut it down. 15-14, 30th round is coming up right now. One more shot here for G2 to close this one out. Get that 3rd map, otherwise we'll see overtime.
What a comeback this has been. The scoreline was 14-6 at one point in this game. It was 15-7 when G2 were able to put the magic number on the board. And now they've run it all the way back, 15-14. And if I'm Vitality, I'm expecting a B play. It's been A after A after A. Where has any traction been towards the 2nd letter of the alphabet? Nico hasn't been let to go for that top Banana control, hasn't been able to look for the fights. Xtaz trying to fire them up here. Something needs to change right here, right now for G2, or we're headed to overtime.
And if you wanted to play on that, if you're HooXi and you could be thinking, okay, well, maybe we fake B and go back to A. The problem is that you need to win Banana first, right? And if they can't do that, there's never that you can't even exploit the fact that you've been going A for 7 rounds in a row.
And Nico is going into this round with a Galil. Honestly, has no head armor with the AWP, but maybe that could be the difference maker. It might be up to the kid, the flash, to bring them, drag them across the line here.
Another pretty decent grenade. One more following it up. HooXi is practically dead before he can even get into the fight here. That's pretty rough. Apex is ready. If there's a battle happening, there's going to be 2 CTs and friendly flashbangs in the sky behind them. That's very hard to battle if you're coming in from the T side.
There's no way they'll go back to A. Think about how many times the 2 Danes have just warded them off.
Yeah. Been locked down. Oh, that's awkward. He ripped right around him. Now, a lot of counter grenades coming out once again, but Nico actually didn't take that much damage from it.
Look at this. Look at the rotation immediately. They just evacuated B. This is a massive gamble call from Apex here late. He's calling the bluff of HooXi. You got the kill on Banana. Will let you coming back to A? I think so. Zywu tasked with defending the B bomb site on his own.
No way. Is he that deep in his brain? Can they actually just mind read him at this point in time? 50 seconds. What a godlike call. If this works out, that is genius. Apex on the one side, a bit of a crossfire. And let's see if this is going to be working out. Dupree's there as well. They have some nades to try and split up that crossfire, so they should be able to flash their way through, maybe smoke out the one side. They're also going to be popping out of apps. This might be the round that they need. G2 4 on 5, but Magisk, he's undefeatable. He can't be brought down. Finally, they get him, but it's way too late. Monacy is on his own to try and win this map. 1 versus 2 before we hit overtime, and already on 20 seconds, Molotov in front of him, and he just can't find Dupree. He's behind the box somewhere. Oh, he's lightning fast. Oh, almost has it, but instead, it's Saiwu to school the kid. It's overtime, 15-15.
Got the bomb down, but where's Zaiwu's fragged? He's got to start posting something, but from where? Zaiwu, he's just got a slight gap under the smoke, and it's enough to catch Boomich in transition. Zaiwu wants to pull it across the line. 2 frags onto 2 of the best. And now swings out for another. He's possessed. Zaiwu won for another ace. Another clutch. It's Perfecto hunting him. No one has been able to knock him on his ass yet. And he's got 6 HP. It didn't stop him before. And it doesn't stop him again. Zaiwu.
We are in overtime. What a battle it's been. Vitality, they looked like fools when they picked this map into G2. It looked like they were going to get absolutely wrecked right up until the point where it all changed. And the comeback began, and now here we are.
Oh, that shot right there, the freeze frame, and I think the reactions of the G2 players says it all. A 15-7 scoreline at one point in their favor. They have squandered this lead. They have absolutely blown it. A classic G2 choke and a fan reaction right there. They can't quite believe it. But getting they're not going home without a fight, and guess what? They're 1 map up. They only need to secure this in overtime, and they'll be seeing Liquid tomorrow in the grand finals, best of 5 for ESL Pro League Season 16 champions. But let's get this one back underway. What if G2 being able to solve in the break? I hope they've learned the second letter of the alphabet here, because B needs some action, and so does Nico. He's dead.
Yeah, they might not be loving that letter right now. They might be feeling like that's not great. but it's true. They ran A so much so that Apex is actually mind-reading HooXi at the end and just made a huge call in what, a 4-on-5 or a 4-on-4. They just rotated 3 people to the A bomb side, and that turned out to be the right move. Oh man, imagine how much things have changed. Nice return from m0NESY. His 31st kill here. But is it enough? 3 versus 4. They could have maybe tried to speed it up behind it, but they don't know much about what's happening on the map.
Apex has flashes from spawn here. He can flash for Spinx to activate him. Only towards Emo. I'm sure the flashes will be coming shortly from Apex. He's very close now.
Ooh, actually bumps into a player. Flash on over like you mentioned. Spinx on there. Can't really see anyone there, but they're all outside, and now there's a flank coming in. You're absolutely right. Dupree's about to walk up behind him. They're in trouble once again here, G2. It's been a really long roller coaster. It's just been going all the way down for them. 30 seconds, and they're stuck out here. They're boxed in. Maybe if they ran back right now and defeated Dupree, they go to the A bomb side. But otherwise, this has already been telegraphed. Everyone knows what is coming next. Good flash, though. That's at least a bit of an opening. 20 seconds. They need another miracle like that. They need one more trick to try and get that bomb plant. Spinx, he's been playing hide and seek back here and mostly just hiding. Dupree showing up at the perfect timing. And they tried to go B, and that doesn't work either.
No, Spinx did nothing on the side other than staying alive. So that's his impact being felt right there. Now, here's the biggest issue for G2, at least in my mind. m0NESY's been playing great. HooXi had a really good first half. But other than that, who's been in the server for them consistently offering up a lot of opening kills, a lot of space on the map? Nobody. There has been no third individual here that stepped up alongside of m0NESY and HooXi's contributions. You've got 17 for Hunter and JKS and 18 for Nico. On the other side, Magisk is now at the top of the scoreboard. That shows you how much work he has been doing over towards that A-bomb site time and time again. And now, of course, it's just going to be a lot more B plays. G2 are testing their luck, trying this side of the map one more time, and Nico has taken so much nade damage in the last 2 rounds of play. He probably wishes, oh.
And now they're taking liberties everywhere.
Yikes, yep.
Oh, this is rough to watch, isn't it?
Slap in the face now. G2 they've squandered this.
There's some crazy inflection point. At one point when you're up, 15 to 13 or something, and then when it goes into overtime where all of the pressure is on Vitality to keep winning rounds, and suddenly the whole thing flips. And now G2 just feel like they are in deep trouble. Nice headshot. Magisk has been out of control on this particular bomb site. He's got 28 kills.
This T-house turned into Noah's Ark, 1 by 1.
Oh, and rolling back the years a little bit to the original Astralis lineup, Magisk playing the pit was exactly one of the things that made him very hard to take down on this particular map. So it's not an accident. It's not for nothing.
This is looking real rough now. The JKS death, he gets pushed. HooXi goes out individually, dies. Hunter goes out individually, dies. No trade potential here at all. Exchanging AWP blows. Neither landing the shot just yet. Mollied out of position, sure. Nico has slipped through the mid to B right now, but might get caught off in the backlines here by Apex, who's hightailed it over. Oh, did he see the arm? I don't think he did.
Probably didn't, but the fact that he's so close by could still be absolutely devastating. 20 seconds right here, and this looks in every possible way like an unwinnable round for G2. I just don't see this working out. 14 seconds. Nico scaling up onto Graveyard, but he's going to get shut down. 17 to 15. We're looking for the first team to 19 rounds. If that's Vitality, they're in the grand final.
And a massive comeback here. We've only had 2 other series, I believe, throughout the entirety of the Pro League playoffs. The other series has been a 3-mapper, has delivered in buckets and spades. Here's the opener onto JKS. Just gets obliterated. Magisk again, just annihilating player after player. And this is it. What a capitulation from G2 this has been. Now, we heard HooXi in the pre-game interview saying he thinks the team, is about 25%. Well, maybe he's right, because it's looking a bit shallow now. Exposed here on Inferno. Nico's gone again. Yeah, pack this one up, boys.
If they were 30%, they would have won this map. It's 5% more, and they would have definitely had it. And now instead, Banana not looking welcoming at all. And follow-up nade. Apex went down, and that's great, but they take so much nade damage just trying to stay competitive on Banana right now. They're all stuck here, and that's fine if they want to execute, but if they don't do that in the next maybe 10 seconds, they almost have to go back and check middle just to make sure they're not getting flanked. And yet, they're going to go for it right away. Boosting in the background, though. Oh, this is interesting with the Molotov on top. Spinx, he goes down after the early kill there, but Dupree...
They're not going to check for him. Oh, they will now. Surely they heard that. Maybe the comms? Oh. JKS seems aware. He must have heard this. Dupree is still going to get the better of him. This is going to be a 3-0.
Yes, it feels like m0NESY. 1 versus 3. He's been playing an exceptional game right here, but this is too much to ask for. He's gonna get shot at the back. Magisk showing up from the other side. 30 kills on him, and an 18-15 scoreline going into the second half of overtime. They need but one more round.
So, look, help me with the maths here, Anders. If it was 15-7 scoreline, and to bring it back to overtime, that's 8 consecutive rounds.
Yeah.
And then we've just added 3 more.
Yeah.
We're talking 11 consecutive rounds right now for Vitality on this run. 1 more to make it 12 in a row to lock G2 out and send them out of ESL Pro League.
Testing the limits of my math skills, but
yeah,
that
basic.
sounds right.
Basic arithmetic right there, but we got that one done. This is looking miserable. Monacy playing ahead right now, wants to get a peek over towards Banana. The AWP will fire off, and surely that spurs them forward on A. They know that Monacy, who's been the beast right now for G2, is currently contained towards the B site.
Which is something that we didn't really see so much during regulation. He wasn't playing over at that B bomb site, so it could also be an attempt to try and, you know, tinker with a couple of things, just make it hard for Vitality to guess. But one false move right now, Chad. One little mistake. You get shot through the smoke, you get quick peek by Saiwu somewhere, Magisk shows up with that ridiculous AK of his, and this could be over. This could end in 2, and the lead that you had, or you're going to be lying awake for many, many nights thinking about this particular game. HooXi tries for it, but he's Molotov'd out, and there was no one there that could save him. Monacy is there, but he does not have a smoke to put out the Molotov, so there's nothing he could have done to help out his teammate. 4 versus 5. What an absolute catastrophe this is.
Yeah, and what a great comeback from Vitality. You can only continue to sing the praises here. And the fact is, if you didn't have those heroic rounds from Vitality in the first half of this map, Zywoo with an ace, Spinx with some massive multi-kill rounds, they would never have found themselves in this position. So the superstars did the work when they need to. Now the entire team is contributing, and G2 are crumbling right in front of our very eyes.
They are. Magisk beating the Molotov. He's just so aggressive trying to get here. Alone on the bomb side is Nico, and they're going to come through right behind him. He's the only one to defend it. He gets a huge double, and that still might not be enough. 3 versus 3 and a lightning fast bomb plant to follow, and look who's pushed up. Is anyone going to be checking this Monacy? He's got kind of the right idea, but Apex is on the other side. Oh, Saiwu gets dropped, and Monacy's walking up. This is looking good. Gotta be careful they don't line up. It's so close. JKS will take him down, and G2 finally win a round.
So that is the first round they have won since the scoreline was 15-7. That is going to feel good and bad at the same time. I don't know how you're keeping your head up at this moment, knowing you need to keep a clean sheet on your CT side just for double OT. And considering how close this was, Nico, heroics here. Fantastic double. That's such a risky play from him. If he just get checked on the initial push through the smoke, his back still could have been turned. And Apex, he could have won this single-handedly. The pin's almost lined up. A timeout taken, the last for Vitality here. Zonic wants to get this done right here, right now. He does not want to go to double OT. Is that enough to make them start to believe right now?
You would love to be in Sonic's brain just to figure out, you know, how much data he has to crunch through. He's probably got some weaknesses, some openings that he's realized, wait a minute, they're a little bit weak here. Man, this is where he can really earn his paycheck.
I want to take everybody back to Mirage. It was one of the early gun rounds on the T side of Vitality, and they literally just scrimmed out a ramp and obliterated G2 when they were trying to build something on their CT side. Right now would be a great time to do another one of those type of more aggressive plays in your face. Catch G2 off guard while they're setting up this 3-man Banana opening. See if you can really just snowball against them here. Subvert their expectations, but it looks like a default spread. 2 towards Banana, Apex T stairs, and 2 second mid as Nico barrels down, gets the first, traded out immediately, 1 for 1, but Zywoo will burn. This time G2 will find the number advantage.
It's nice to get that last kill in there on Saiwu. Makes a big difference. They're going to try and see if they can walk through here. Spinx is right on the other side. Deeper smoke coming up. Hunter, when that smoke fades, he better be ready. Decent nade. Going to be touching Spinx and dupreeh enough to make that M4 a little bit more effective against them. And they're really scattered right now, Vitality. This could be a good round for G2. dupreeh had a miserable start to this game, but my God, he made up for it. And now around the corner, flashed in by Apex. And they're right back in a 3-on-3. Monacy, he's got the right idea. Can he catch anyone here? He misses a shot. And now JKS over on the balcony. This is scary. If he goes down, it might be the end. dupreeh with a headshot. And Monacy, he's smoked out. He can't get there. The bomb is going to be planted. Vitality, how have they found a way into this bomb site?
They're going to have to boost. They're going to have to try and find something here. G2, it's all going to fall apart. As soon as HooXi's noted they know where both players are. The smoke's faded. This is it.
Yeah, they're going for it. HooXi leading the charge. Oh, they line up instead. 19-16 and Vitality. They find a spot in the grand final.
Look at this. Look at the celebration right now from Apex. What a comeback, right? Not only did they just secure the spot against Liquid tomorrow, but the style of Counter-Strike they played, the resilience this team showed, the chips were down. They looked down and out, and they just showed exactly why they picked this map. The huddle comes in, the celebrations are there, and Vitality are triumphant over G2, who are going to be sleeping rough tonight.
Yeah, they really will.